carnos. A lot of teeth, big leg muscles, and a lot of speed. One of the many ruthless killing machines there is on this island. With his only 1300 tons, can he easily take out a lot of the other dinosaurs. With his tremendous speed, allowing him to catch up to almost everything. He might not look like much, but with this animal, no one is safe. We have been so lucky today to be able to follow a pair of carnos. This pair seems to be a couple of years old already, but that might give us a chance at seeing just how ruthless these dinosaurs might be. As the carnos had almost just awoken from their sleep, they are slowly making their way out of the forest and into the open fields of ruthless. As the pair is walking around, they realize just how many carnos there seem to be in this area. After all, Westrel is known to be somewhat of a hangout place for carnos. The pair decided that with all of these carnos around, that they would not hang around the pond. Therefore they slowly greeted each other and left to prepare themselves for some of their favorite activities. Slaughter, hunting, and beach day. They had arrived at the beach when a smell had caught their attention. Something in these woods were slowly pulling them in. There was something familiar about the smell that they had to investigate. And that's when they found a newborn carno. With no parents inside, the carnos decided to adopt the child themselves. They slowly returned back towards their home in ruthless. When suddenly some food had caught their eyes. The male quickly took care of the small boar that he had found. When suddenly yet another small carno came around and decided to join their family. The male, of course, being very protective of his newly adopted children, took a stance ready to defend the younglings. There he stood, crouched over, ready for the smallest danger that could occur. When the family had finished their snack, the pair decided it was time to eat some real food. And therefore they slowly started making their way towards Highlands. After a whole night's travel, the family finally made it to Highlands. As it was impossible to find something to hunt, they decided to go for a drink instead. Before reaching the water, there was something else catching their eyes. A pair of deers. Maybe not a lot for the whole family, but enough to help sustain the hungry stomach of the small children. As the kids had been fed and the family was ready to go on, that was when they saw something interesting. A ceratosaurus. A big meal that would help the family for a few days and help provide a lot of nutrition for the children. But as always, where there is one, there's always more. After an intense fight with the Cerus, the male Carno had to tend to his wounds. With a lot of marks, the blood were heavily flowing from his body, and you could feel how his body was weakening. As he was sitting there, feeling how his heartbeat getting stronger, and feeling that his body was almost giving up on him, he couldn't do anything but wait for the worst to come. But in that moment, he found the strength to get himself up from the ground and not die today. He has his children and his partner that he needs to take care of. He joined the family by their feast, sitting there, relaxing, gaining back his strength. After a long rest and some water, the carnos were ready to continue their travel. They had decided to walk up towards the Highlands Lake to see what might be around. As the night came in, the rain started falling from the sky. The family was preparing to find a place to sleep. But those plans quickly got ruined when Amaya Sora came walking by. They quickly went on the hunt, as an opportunity like this doesn't happen that often. After finally taking down the behemoth of a beast, the Carnos wasted no time in opening it up to get the nutrients. As the Carnos got startled by a Herrerasaurus, they forgot to be on the lookout for more dangerous things. Confused, the Carnos tried to figure out where these Ceras came from and was preparing to fire the animal. But as the male carno tried to figure out what had just happened, he again got ambushed. And this was when they decided it was time to leave. He quickly went in for a blow on the Cerrado, who had just ambushed him. And then quickly met up with his family, so they together could leave the area. As the Serras had finished the rest of the Carno's food, they proceeded to continue hunting the Carnos. With 4 Serratos, the Carnos knew they would not stand a chance in a fight. So they quickly planned their escape and went for it. But these Serras do not give up easily. They had made it their mission to find these Carnos. As they approached a small hill that could allow them to move to the other side of Highlands, the male made a crucial mistake that could end catastrophic. He fell down on the wrong side of the dam, a place where the Deinosuchus, a big leg monster, or the Cerrado, so he had to think and act quick. As fast as he could, he went around the water and down the hill again, so he could finally get into the tunnel. As the family were sure they had lost the Cerrados, they quickly went into another cave, hoping they could hide and tend to their wounds. But the safety wouldn't last long, as the Serras had tracked the Carnos into the other tunnel. Tired and hurt, the Carnos hurried up and quickly went for the other exit. The male, as the one protecting the family, had decided to stay a bit behind, hoping that he could stall the Cerrados, allowing the family to escape. He stood in place, making a few more footprints, hoping this could be enough to make the Cerrados lose the trace. He then hurriedly went up the hill, trying to make them lose him, as he tried to hide in the bushes. His hide and seek seemed to work very well, as the Cerrado seemed confused about his disappearance. There he was, hidden, hoping that the Cerrados would lose interest in him, and allow him to survive. He sat down, trying to gain just a little bit of strength, allowing him to flee should that be needed. And as the Ceratos seemed to have found new prey, he was slowly starting to relax again. As the coast was clear, he quickly got up and started moving in the direction of his family, hoping that he again could get to see them. All he could think about was how did he manage to escape, and how lucky he is that he gets to live another day.